It's among the oldest racetracks in all of motorsports. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway is the host for the 6th race of the EPRL Samsung Cup Series. We're at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for a 24-lap race here at this 2.5-mile rectangular racetrack here in Raceway, Indiana. On the pole is going to be Zach Buchanan, and alongside him, starting second, will be Brian LaFleur Jr. Starting third, the 19 Quick Trip Chevrolet. Last in points, Christian Janes. And outside row 2 and 4th is Frankie Peterson. And rounding out your top 5 is Anthony Osage, who's actually had a really good season. It's been a very quiet season, but he's had a really good start. So those are the first 5 starting positions. Now let's get the cars rolling off. Alright, so Zach Buchanan has an average finish of 29.8. So Zach really needs to get a good run here at Indianapolis to get his season on track. Alright, as they come through turn number 4. 24 laps of racing, just a little bit shorter than the Daytona 500. This is the Brickyard 400, and the Daytona 500 is the 500, so it's shorter. Still, stakes are high, and all these drivers want to win one of the biggest races of the season, and it's underway as the green flag goes in the air. We're racing at Indianapolis. Down the back straightaway for the first time, Zach Buchanan cleared Brian LaFleur Jr. in turn 1, and it allowed Frankie Peterson to get into second. 2 more very treacherous corners before we come out of turn number 4. And they are good. So first lap clean and green. Buchanan will lead at Indianapolis. Also, this is this is Zach's home track. So, oh, Eddie Jones! Sideways! Is he going to be able to save it? No! Into the wall, Joseph Clark. Now they're racing back to the stripe. Can they make it back before, or will they make it back without wrecking, basically? Buchanan leads them out of turn number 4. Let's see, are they wrecking behind? Looks like they're okay. Buchanan wins it back, but Joseph Clark and Eddie Jones, the 2 drivers involved in the first crash here at Indy. Let's get a replay. Well, I don't think Eddie doesn't have anybody, that rhymes, to blame besides himself. Overruns the corner, hits Anthony Osage, goes to the apron, can't get it woed up, and hits Joseph Clark hard into the outside wall. That was a hard hit by Joseph. Alright, watching this again, a little bit slower than the first time and at a different angle, because we just barely caught the last glimpse in this view. Oh wow, 183 mile an hour impact. You could see the safer barrier give out. Very hard hit by Joseph Clark and Eddie Jones. Both look like they're definitely done for the day, but they've both gotten out of their cars and walked away, so they're fine. But definitely their hopes of winning the Brickyard 400 are now gone. So Joseph Clark, Eddie Jones involved in the first crash. So we'll get you back to the green flag. Welcome back. Zach Buchanan is going to get us back green flag racing on lap number 7 out of 24. He's the leader. Second is Frankie Peterson. Third is Brian LaFleur Jr. 4th is Christian Janes, and 5th is Anthony Osage. 6th is Sean Henley. 7th, Carter Keselowski. 8th, Connor Breton. 9th is Anthony Emery, and 10th will be Andrew Schwartz. Yep, 2 drivers, Eddie Jones and Joseph Clark, involved in the first crash are both done. So they will not be returning to this race. But with Zach out front, these are, I believe, these are his first laps led of the season. So Buchanan leading his first laps at his home track in one of the biggest races of the season. Here they come, coming down the front straightaway to get the green flag. Buchanan, Peterson, Brian LaFleur Jr., the front 3. We're back underway from Indianapolis. Everything staying single file. Right at the back of the pack, Julie Stewart and Eric Burton side by side. And now here they come out of turn 2. It looked like we may have had a battle for the lead there for a second, but Frankie Peterson fell back in line as Brian LaFleur Jr. is going to try to get second away from the 96. Whoa! That was a bit close coming out of the corner there. But exiting turn number 4. Zach Buchanan going to lead another one. Check on the back, see how these guys are doing on the restart. Evan McLean and Mitch Speed up the track. Speed with heartbreak, 1 race to go. Whoa, trouble! Big trouble on the back straightaway. Kurt Keselowski on his roof. Andrew Schwartz is in it. Chris Summers and Joshua Balkin are around. Jacob Grant piles in. Big wreck. I saw multiple drivers upside down, but as they come out of turn 4, Zach Buchanan out front once again is going to win it back to the start-finish line. But that was a huge wreck. Summers, Gattuso, Grant, Balkin, Seth Cole, Julie Stewart. Whoa, Courtney Simpson bounces it off the wall. But Kurt Keselowski took a vicious hit in turn 2. Let's see what happened. Well, this one will involve the point leader. Cole Freilich drives it off into the corner very fast, forcing Kurt Keselowski up into Schwartz. And look at all those guys hit. That's 3 flips in 1 wreck, because there goes Kurt. Oh, and then Schwartz gets clobbered by Jeffrey Finguy. And look at Freilich barrel rolling. Upside down. Oh, Gattuso into Dion Scott. Wow. Alright, I want to get another look at what happened there to Freilich. Alright, watch this. It's going to show pretty much the entire thing. Oh my goodness. And then Kurt gets pile driven, and here comes Freilich into the inside wall, hits it, barrel rolls way up in the air. And like we said, that is the point leader. Jacob Grant was also in it. He's second in points. Mitch Speed is running pretty far back as well, so a lot of the point leaders running into trouble here at Indianapolis. Well, we were going to get an onboard camera with Cole Freilich, but unfortunately something happened to it when I tried to back it up to get the view. It just died, and I don't know, but whatever. You saw the majority of, well, you saw the entire crash, but you just didn't get the onboard, but whatever. Zach Buchanan is out front. Second will be Brian LaFleur Jr. Third, Frankie Peterson. Fourth is Sean Henley. 5th is Christian Janes. Then in 6th, Anthony Osage. 7th, Anthony Emery. 8th, the Homestead winner, Garrett Jones. 9th, his good friend, Carter Keselowski. And 10th is Jordan Apolito. So, few members of the EPRL running right in there. Kyle Smith, Carter Keselowski, Garrett Jones, and Anthony Emery. And Christian James. And Zach Buchanan. Wow. All the EPRL boys running up there, but as they're coming through turn number 4, gonna be past halfway when they get the green flag. Zach Buchanan trying to win at his home track. There we go. Pace car is in. Buchanan has led every lap in this race. Wants to kiss the bricks at Indy. Here they go onto the front stretch. Fans on their feet, anticipating the restart. And it's here. Green flag goes back in the air. Buchanan with a good restart. Able to pull away for Brian LaFleur Jr. Sean Henley going to the bottom, trying to make a pass. That's going to be for third. Comes back in behind the 96, not going to look for the lead just yet. Brian LaFleur, there he goes, to the inside. Oh, he might try a bump and run on Buchanan. Can he do it? Knocks him up the hill. At the stripe, Buchanan is going to lead another lap, but Brian LaFleur is there. There we go, the move in the corner, but now Frankie Peterson. Buchanan went up the track and LaFleur went to the lead, but Frankie Peterson capitalizes. He goes to the lead as the caution is out. Now Buchanan trying to get second away from Brian LaFleur Jr., but it's Frankie Peterson in charge of the lead now. And he's gonna do it. Frankie Peterson coming out of turn 4 will win the race. Back to the start-finish line. Sorry about the background noise. Let's get a replay. Alright, Brandon Bain and Eric Burton. Oh, never mind. Oh. Well, who was that? Oh, that was Sean Galligan. Oh, we had another flip. That's Luke Martin up in the air. Oh, that was Robert Piet that got turned. That's the light blue car that I saw. Oh, Rob Bush. Joshua Balkin. Wow. That was some good driving. Uh-oh. Luke Martin barely gets missed by Julie Stewart and Seth Cole. But let's get a different look at that because we didn't really see it. Okay, so all my guesses were wrong. Turns out it was Colin McNaught that got turned by Galligan. Oh! Oh my goodness! He got, like, stuck in that wall. Wow. There's Jacob Grant and Mitch Speed, 2 of the point leaders, getting through it. Oh, how did Balkin miss that? Let's get an onboard with the 0-2. On board with Joshua Balkin. Watch him miss this crap. That was incredible. I don't know how we got through that, but lucky for him, he did. Let's get you back to the restart. Restarting on lap 19 out of 24. We got Frankie Peterson in front of the field. Second is Zach Buchanan. Third is Sean Henley. What? Wow, Sean Henley really made up a lot of ground there. Okay, anyways, fourth, Brian LaFleur Jr., and fifth is Christian James. Sixth, Anthony Osage. Seventh, Anthony Emery. Eighth is Jordan Apolito. Ninth is Connor Breeden, and 10th is Carter Keselowski. So let's go and see how many cars we have left. We've got 25 cars left in this race, so not too many. But 2 of the point leaders, Mitch Speed and Jacob Grant, are still in it. So they're going to make up a lot of points on Cole Freilich, who went for a wild ride and has been checked and released from the infield care center. He's okay, but definitely shaken up from that wreck. So Frankie Peterson, I believe these are his first laps led of the season. No, he led 1 lap earlier this year. I think that might have been at Auto Club. He finished 17th there, so it's kind of hard to tell because there's so much passing going on at that track. But I'm pretty sure I remember Peterson leading at some point at Auto Club, but if it wasn't California. I don't know where else it would have been. But here they come. Down the front straightaway. Might have been Texas. I don't know. Whatever. Here we go. Green flag goes back in the air. 6 laps to go from Indianapolis. Here comes Henley, going for second underneath Zach Buchanan. Buchanan slips up the track and Brian LaFleur Jr. almost turns him. Henley clear into second, chasing after Frankie Peterson for the lead. As meanwhile, more intense battling going on there, 3 wide for 4th. Oh, Christian James, Anthony Osage. Wow. Oh, caution. Caution is out. Peterson wins it to the stripe, but John Dillon, Evan McLean may have been just a 2-car wreck. Alright. I think that's going to set up a 1-lap sprint to the finish, but let's see what happened. Wait. Oh, thought I heard more stuff going on under caution. Okay, let's get a replay. Indeed, just a 2-car wreck. Wow. Evan really drove it into the corner very fast. Came up into John Dillon. And around they go. Uh-oh, Hayden Klein doesn't know where to go, but he's going to make the right move to the outside along with Julie Stewart. They missed the wreck. They have damage from other wrecks earlier in this race. So Evan McLean, John Dillon go for a spin out of turn 2. We're going to get you back to the restart. Looks like we're going to be having a 1-lap dash to the checkered flag in Indy. Indeed, a 1-lap dash is going to be how we settle this one for the Brickyard 400. Frankie Peterson in front of the field. 2nd is Sean Henley. 3rd is Zach Buchanan. 4th is Christian James. And 5th is Anthony Osage. 6th is going to be Brian LaFleur Jr. 7th, Jordan Ippolito. 8th, Anthony Emery. 9th, Connor Breton. And 10th is Carter Keselowski. Hold on just a second. We're going to get you back racing here in just a minute. Alright, sorry, I had a bit of a scratchy throat there, so if I cough and you hear it go silent for a second, I'm just going to drink a water quick. It's only 1 lap, but, I don't know, it's the last one. I don't want to choke when they're coming to the checkered flag. Here we go, onto the front straightaway. It'll be 1 lap to decide the winner of one of the biggest races of the year. Here we go. Frankie Peterson, Sean Henley are going to get us back going. Henley with a good restart's going to hang right with the 96. Here they go through 1 and 2. Henley still staying behind the 96. Turn 3 could be his opportunity. Here they go down the backstretch. Here he comes, Sean Henley to the bottom. Final 2 corners. Henley dive bombs it into the corner. Goes up the racetrack just a bit. Buchanan trying to rally from 3rd. And it's not going to happen. Sean Henley coming out of turn number 4. Comes out of nowhere. It's going to be his only lap led in the race, and it's going to be the one that counts. Henley wins it at Indy. Nailed that flyby. How about that? Henley wins it at Indianapolis. He timed that move perfectly. And Frankie Peterson left the door open for the 25 to get around him. A great move is going to put Sean Henley in victory lane in one of the biggest races of the season. Let's get the finishing results. Wow, I'm full. I drank a bottle and a half of water trying to not cough throughout the race. Okay, Sean Henley wins over Frankie Peterson, then Zach Buchanan, Anthony Osage, and Christian James. Your top 5. Then Jordan Ippolito, Brian LaFleur Jr., Anthony Emery, Connor Breton, and Dylan Young in the top 10. Wow, that was still a an incredible race with Sean timing that move perfectly in what could be one of his last few races. I don't know, I'm saying it right now, but this race is going to be uploaded about 4 weeks from now, so still a little bit unsure about if Henley's going to be around for the entire season or not, but either way, still a great effort there by the 25 by winning this race. Joseph Clark, Eddie Jones took very hard hits. Pretty much everybody out of the race took a hard hit at some given time in this race. But, wow. Good race here today. Cole Freilich, the point leader, is going to finish 37th and give up the point lead. Also, the entire top 10, top 11 actually, were all Chevrolets. So the owners, or the manufacturers thing, Chevy gets 4 points, Toyota with 3, Ford with 2, and Dodge with 1. So yeah, the manufacturers championship looks like it might be Chevy pretty much in the bag. They've got over a race of a lead over Ford right now, but still got over half the season to go. So anything can happen, but the point lead exiting this race looks like it might be Jacob Grant or Mitch Speed. Yeah, Mitch was 4 points behind Grant, and Grant only lost 1 point to Mitch. So looks like Jacob Grant will be the point leader after this race from Indianapolis. So a great finish, a last lap pass, and some crazy wrecks from Indianapolis. One of the best races of the season. Henley is going to get his first win in the Samsung Cup Series. Here's the celebration screen for the 25 team.